What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing another rebuild on Madden 21, and today we're doing a rebuild of a team that we probably should have done after their little trade down with the, trade down with the Dolphins. I thought of trade up because I was like, wait a minute. Of course, that is the Philadelphia Eagles. We're not going to only just do that. We're also going to have it where we cannot re-sign any players. I have no idea how many years we're going to allow this to go on. I'd say a minimum of 5, even if we win 5 straight Super Bowls. A maximum, it might be a maximum of 5 as well, because this is going to be pain. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Of course, a few of you guys have actually suggested this in the past. More recently, I would drop some names. But one, I'm too lazy to go check, and two, I feel like I would just ignore somebody that probably suggested this like 3 years ago, and I'm only just doing it now. So, you know who you are. Maybe you're even in the comment section right now saying, that was me, no problem, boys. And if you're not, or you're someone looking for that comment, while you're there, maybe leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe. We do a lot of franchise stuff. That's all I've got for you. Actually, no, that's not all I got. Second channel, Pkr Plays, twitch.tv/Jeromepkr as well. That's what you get, okay? Twitter.com/Jeromepkr. Any more selling out you want to do? Is there you got like a Bitcoin wallet you want to give out, you know? Of course, I've been doing that, you guys. This is the first time I actually mentioned it, but been doing that like Amazon affiliate thing. It's interesting. It's something. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I've put out some like links where like if you click it and buy something within 24 hours, I get like a little bit. I don't know. It's a very interesting concept. I don't know how long I'll try that for. We'll see, honestly. But of course, there's no better team in the league, well, maybe the Saints, that you could choose for one of these re-signing videos, because just rebuilding this team in general is basically the no re-signing team challenge, because you don't have any money. We have 29 million in negative. In negative. How am I supposed to get what would assume to be that one guy, Joe Flacco? How am I supposed to do this? We'll find out. All right, so to even get the draft picks and to even get equal, quote-unquote, negative, as some would call it, we had to release like Ertz and a bunch of other players. I think Ertz is kind of on his way to being released anyways, right? Like they're looking for a trade and they're just going to release him soon regardless. But I can't even afford it. And I know Brandon Graham, they quote-unquote saved a little bit of money by extending him, but technically that would be a re-signing. So I guess no is my answer to that question. So we're just straight up broke, I guess. That's the way we're going to rock around here. We'll be fine for a year or two. We don't know exactly how far players are going to fall. I'm just hoping Jalen Waddle is there, because if not Jalen Waddle, then Terrence Marshall is probably going to be our choice, even though it says here that he's an early second. Maybe we moved on to 17 or 18. Maybe that's what the Eagles are planning to do. I'm not sure, but I guess moving down from 6, they thought they could still get one of the wide receivers, which is probable, but I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe they're just going to go best available at 12, which there are some options, so we got to be on our best behavior and, make the pick count. All right, here we go with the draft. Number 1 and number 2 and number 3 should all be pretty simple, right? Whoa! What? Wait, hello? I don't quite know what the plan is here for the Jets, but sure, dude. Let's see what the Niners do. Are they gonna do something dumb as well? Zach Wilson. They're like, don't mind me. Of course, it doesn't really matter too much to us. Jamar Chase on the Falcons over Pitts. This has been quite a disaster. Don't tell me the Dolphins are actually going to land Pitts in this one. They are, of course they are. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, God. Hopefully one of the wide receivers is there, and apparently they will be, so that would hurt so much for the Eagles in real life to lose. Oh, man. Could you imagine them losing Devontae Smith to a division rival? That would be pain. I just don't think there's... I was hoping, honestly, that if Devontae wasn't going to be there, that we were actually going to go and make a play for Terrence Marshall. We're going to trade down to like 18, maybe gain a third, all that good stuff, but that is not going to be the case anymore. Patrick Surtain, I would prefer him, but I just don't think he's going to make it out of the top 10. The Surtain. Caleb Farley's back injury situation definitely makes it where I just don't see it. Once again, quarterbacks, I would say, honestly, potentially all 5 could be gone in the top 10, so that's why, Philadelphia moving back to 12 isn't the craziest, poorest decision. It's people want to give them crap for it, but I don't think it's that bad. The Dolphins could easily become a non-playoff team again as well. The Dolphins made the best draft moves, but the Eagles aren't too far behind, right? So I suppose with a stacked wide receiver class, it doesn't matter. We're still going to go Jalen Waddle because he's just that dude. They're going to take one of the guaranteed gods, and of course, we're going to be happy with it. This is pretty fair value. It says we gave him 10 more, but obviously the calculator is going to, it's going to factor in that they think that that's a this year pick, but it's not. So we probably gained a little bit there. Was the trade up worth it, though? That's the question. I'm having a tough time here. I don't think, I think Marshall will be like a top 25-ish pick probably, but do we take one of the corners? I know some of these guys are actually projected a little lower, but in real life, they aren't going to fall that far, so someone like Greg Newsome might not be half bad. There's a lot of, all 3 corners could be, late firsts, which is obviously where we're at. Dylan Moses, he looks like a guy kind of can't miss player. There are some other linebackers, I believe. We just don't have them on the list. I think this is a cornerback pick, and I'm trying to think of what they should do. I think we're going to go with Greg Newsome, hoping for the best here, and normal development traits. Yikes. That's a bit of a yikes, but, he is a pretty good player. Number 2 out the gate, I guess. If he's there at 6, I'm going to take him. I'm going to take Jabril at 6. So he better freaking be there. Oh, Sean Wade would have been a clutch one. We do need a safety. We don't even actually have a starting safety at strong at the moment. And Jabril is still there. We got to fix this reorder and make our play here. So Jabril Cox is going to be our selection in the 3rd round. 69 overall. I'm pretty sure he's faster than that, though, if I'm not mistaken. And with Philadelphia's needs still high for wide receiver, I'm going to take Anthony Schwartz here, which I think is pretty fair for him considering how fast he ran his 40-yard dash. And Jacoby Stevens is still here. I was going to go Paris Ford, but that pro day was quite something. I don't know exactly how fast you would make him in Madden, because, that time off was, it was an interesting one. But I'm going to go with the more quote-unquote sure thing with Jacoby Stevens. Was only a 64 overall. We're going to make him a little bit faster because he ran a 4.5. I think 89 speed's probably pretty fair. Same with Jabril Cox. I think 86 speed, maybe 87 excel would be fair. Then we're going to take guard Jack Anderson, 64 overall normal. Maybe he has some potential, maybe he doesn't. I think it's a position, I don't think the Eagles can come out of the draft without at least drafting a lineman, maybe 2. And then a high project player, Charles Snowden. We've drafted this man many a time. We have let him try it out and be okay once before, but it's not a common occurrence. And then I'm not sure if they got a guy. Oh, man, he's so old, but we know Chrisman's good. I don't even care. I'm just going to keep repeating Drew Chrisman, who I think actually might be projected a late 6th. I can't remember. I've never claimed to be some great college scouting dude. Like I said, one of these years maybe, but as of right now, have not found my way. As in, I've just not tried to, simply put. As far as devs go, I think we only had one hidden, and that was Jalen Waddle, who is superstar development trait, number 17. Do we allow it? I get it. There's a reason, but do we allow it? Alshon, I guess. If that's the number he wants to keep. And just to make Greg Newsome have a better chance of succeeding, we're going to put him at number 21. 20s, and it's not bad, but number 21. And then once again with Jabril, we're going to be changing that speed a little bit. I think that's fair, right? All right, so we're too broke to fill most of the backup spots, but we're just going to ignore that and live our lives like it's golden. Jalen Waddle, I know it's a little strange for a team to have a rookie wide receiver that is literally the number 1 receiver out the gate, but I think that's exactly what will happen if the Eagles select someone at pick 12 that's a wide receiver. Jalen Reagor, he's literally normal development trait, so it just makes sense, right? Schwartz is already number 3, Greg Ward at number 4. I think in real life Greg Ward would probably be number 3, but I think Schwartz has a bit more potential than a 26-year-old, so for this sake, especially when we can't even re-sign him, I'm going to allow it. Of course, Miles Sanders, the number 1 running back, Goddard, number 1 tight end. Once again, we cannot re-sign players, so yeah, I don't know if this is even going to be physically possible. Maybe I even just completely ignore that fact if I like the way this is going. I'm not sure. We'll see. All right, so we can't re-sign players, but that doesn't mean we can't, we can't see how sad we will become after the season is over, as Brandon Graham will be gone, Maddox will be gone, Derek Barnett will be gone, Mailata, Sweat, McLeod will be gone, Avery will be gone, all those guys will be gone, Jason Kelsey will be gone. My hopes and dreams and my aspirations will be gone, which hopes and dreams, okay. So we have a breakout chance, but we also have no chance at making the playoffs. You will see in a moment our record. And with 4 scenarios on the season, we have failed all 4 breakouts. Absolutely love it. We go 4-12. I'm not sure how that fits into the plans with Jalen Hurts at quarterback and only normal. He was also one of the guys that had a scenario, but he lost to the Saints. Don't know what that performance was even like, but yeah, I mean, lots of yards, touchdowns are lacking, lots of picks, though Miles Sanders doesn't look like he played really that well. Waddle was decent enough for sure as a rookie. Goddard was all right. Doesn't really matter because he's gone. Okay. Jalen Reagor, I mean, doesn't really matter. And Schwartz, they're at the kind of 4th best wide receiver spot. Defensively, Jabril should go up in dev. Cox, speaking of here, 9 sacks. Not really that great in the sack department. It was just kind of a bad season. Oh, Cox, if he's rookie of the year, if he doesn't get a freaking dev up, we're forcing that for a fact. And the worst part is he had a dev up chance, like we mentioned, those 4 or 5 we had. If only he would have gotten that, we would have had. I mean, he had Defensive Player of the Year. He would have been Superstar Dev. Oh, that hurts so much. Won 3 awards. I mean, I suppose either way, he's still going to be a pretty good overall, and he'll be star. Let's go straight to the Super Bowl, see who wins it, because obviously there's nothing more for us here, as we not only are about to lose a Super Bowl rematch, not only are we about to lose a bunch of players, but yeah, we didn't do anything with the season. 28-17, the Niners get revenge. Looking at the dev-ups, Waddle did not dev up. No one dev'd up on offense at all. Defensively, Jabril does dev up, and I don't think anyone... Now, Taylor as well did. Stevens didn't. No one else did. So, I mean, as far as a no re-sign team goes, it could have been a lot better. But we aren't going to, limit ourselves to no free agents. So we do have $63 million to work with. We aren't going to, we're not going to sign our players back. Obviously, that would make no sense at all. I mean, I guess it would make a little bit of sense because you have to go to the free agent market, which is definitely going to cost you more. But, I mean, this is still doable because we are still going to have money to get new players, I suppose. Looking at the needs, there's plenty of them, to say the least. I suppose the biggest need, though, would probably be tight end. And then depending on what the quarterback situation in free agency is, let's not talk about it. Aaron Jones is an interesting name, and obviously we know he got re-signed in real life, so there's no point in doing that. But yeah, free agency is going to be a very important place for us, because obviously... we can't. I keep forgetting, dude. Hunter Henry got he got signed. David Njoku, maybe. But obviously, we kind of dictate what's going to happen here. So, let's say we're going to do 5 years only. Giving a 4-year to Njoku would mean that he's here for the remainder of this rebuild, and, so on and so forth for whatever other position we are going to try and do that for. Mr. Michael Gallup might be worth getting, because, I mean, Jalen Reagor really wasn't that great. I know you usually give guys a decent bit of time, but I don't know, dude. I'm really not liking what Reagor is bringing to the table. I mean, he can stay at number 3, but I think Michael Gallup is somebody we should target. And then for corner, I mean, if there was a really good name here, maybe, but there really isn't. So we'll probably look for a number 3, but Greg Newsome, we're going to give him another shot to hopefully develop. As far as other positions, Deshaun Elliott, who I thought actually was a player on this team once upon a time, could be a target of ours, as Rodney McLeod, thankfully, is no longer here. Yeah, let's sign Elliott. I think the magic number is going to be a 4-year deal, at least for this challenge, or this season, I suppose. I'm not sure why it's happening to Al, but we'll take him. Let's give him a 4-year again. Not him specifically, but another 4-year offered out the gates. Toure. So pass rushers, we actually dumped a lot of them into free agency here. DT, Bilal Nichols, Can't really do anything there. J.J. Watt wouldn't be a free agency player in real life. D. Ford. It's a little surprising that D. Ford is here. That's a little strange, isn't it? I'm probably willing to give him a 2-year deal. We have the money for it. We need a pass rusher pretty badly. And he's always done really well in Sim for me, so we're going to go for him. And Wyatt Teller is here. This is kind of like a, what is this called? A protection measure. Obviously, he can start right out the gate anyways, but protection for losing Brandon Brooks potentially soon enough. But yeah, I mean, I actually kind of like that move, so we'll definitely pay him. Move him to left guard. We're missing a center. Maybe Somalo can go over there. Dillard, ironically enough, Orlando Brown, he's probably going to get a contract from the Chiefs, right? I don't know how they keep affording everyone, but you don't trade a first-round pick away for, a guy you're not going to keep. But yeah, and I think this is pretty much it, right? We'll get a backup running back maybe to potentially take over the starting job if need be. Kerryon Johnson, how much does he want? 4-year, 16. He's never really developed for me either. I don't know, dude. Running back's not that big of a deal, though, so we'll wait. All right, this is, it's a pretty big moment here. We get 3 big names, 4 big names, 5, 6 names. I don't know who we would have missed out on, but I like it. It's just backup quarterback, so we actually got all the names we wanted. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's enter the draft. There are 2 quarterbacks. Of course, there's one that I want more than anyone. However, I'm seeing that the thing said that Booker might be the first pick of the draft for the Raiders, and I could see, the Raiders' pass rush issues are very valid. Hunter Jackson is, of course, the quarterback I would want the most, mainly because he's younger, but Bryson Chamberlain is super fast. Oh, who was taken? It was the pass rusher. This is a tough decision because you're going for youth versus age. Well, not really youth versus age, but kind of, right? Hunter Jackson, he's significantly slower, but he's not significantly bigger. And then you also have Lloyd Still. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, if Hunter Jackson isn't star better and Lloyd is or also isn't star better, it's literally a 3-round difference between the two. Whereas least, I know speed doesn't really matter too much, but Bryson Chamberlain, oh wait, what about the bottom right? Mid first, late first. So honestly, it's either Hunter Jackson or trade down for Still. Yeah, screw, we're going to take Hunter Jackson early first. Please, if it's normal, honestly, if this guy isn't at least star or better, the rebuild might be ruined. We'll see. And he is hidden, thankfully. Maybe that was a little... 17? How? That's Jalen Waddle's number, but okay. Definitely a little bit faster than I would have thought as well, but yeah, a very solid-looking quarterback. I don't know how the Chamberlain guy is going to look, but we'll see, obviously. Hidden development, so you can't be wrong with that. The Broncos make a really good pick. And I forgot we have pick 6. All right, so we trade pick 6 for 16, 48, and 80 from the Buccaneers. Greg Ward's not even supposed to be on the team. I extended him to a 1-year for the real-life extension, but for some reason it glitched out and gave him 2 instead. See what the Buccaneers traded up for, and that is priceless. A 74 overall Chamberlain, the guy we passed on. We'll have to take a look at how good he is after this. He has to be at least above our guys' dev to be better than our guy, simply put. So that's really all I can tell you. Hopefully our pass rusher, there is a couple other guys that might be there that still could be worth taking. The pass rusher is, and I really don't think there's a better choice. Perry Horn, yeah, maybe he could have hit him, but if he doesn't, I mean, obviously Stanton could also not have hit him, but I think that, the talent's early first. This guy just looks too good to pass on. And he is. Of course, normal development kind of sucks, but 77 overall. This is a god. This is one of those Chase Young kind of clones, but obviously he doesn't have the dev. I'm cool. If you're cool, I'm cool. I don't tell anybody. Okay. And at this point, I'm actually looking to take one of the DTs because we can get rid of Hargrave, who we have to get rid of after the season's over anyways. Ooh, don't tell me that was the last one. 2 of them left. I know Meredith is vastly better, but we don't have to wait. I mean, we could wait if we take Russell. Let's take Kevin Russell, hope for the best. And not bad, a lot of normal development DTs in Madden. That is a plug-and-play number 2. And at 8, if Woodley is still there, I suppose we will take him. So Matthew Woodley looking really good, plug-and-play starter, and another normal development trait guy, but, if they're not going to be higher than star, normal is basically the same as star, if not better, because once again, you get that XP boost. I know it's not guaranteed, but it should be, right? It shouldn't be too hard to get that. early third. He could even take another freaking safety at this rate. This guy could even play corner. This has been a really good draft. I mean, not even just for us, but in general, it's a very talent-filled draft. We only need one linebacker, so I'm actually going to take the 23-year-old linebacker off there and hopefully take Winters. I'm going to take Nick Marsh. I'm going to take the risk. 73 overall normal, and that definitely is starting caliber, without a doubt. Now we move on to pick 2 in the 3rd round. Man, we have so many draft picks. 73 overall for Still. We'll see how good he is, obviously. Mid-4th, this is a player that you would probably take right here, actually. And this center looks like a guy that, I mean, I wouldn't say can't miss because linemen are literally, by definition, guys you can always miss on, it seems. John Ridley, 73 overall, and yeah, we've landed ourselves a potential number 3 corner. I mean, not bad. Pretty good set of draft picks so far. Obviously a lot of normals, but once again, we've been over this many times this year. That's the way EA intended it. Well, we kind of sold. I don't know why I thought we could get less than that. Like, we should have gotten less than that. I seen a lot of the trade offers were really bad, though, the auto ones. So I was like, oh, well, clearly this is a good trade for us. We kind of got scammed, but it be what it be. This is a tough one. Early 5th. Carmichael is a mid-5th. You don't really need pass rusher. We're kind of running low on picks. So Winters is a late 6th. So in theory, late 6th, that's an pick 2 in the 5th. We can take him. So we could trade our 5th and 6th up for Carmichael to the Cardinals. Let's make that trade real quick, see if we can do it. I mean, this says it's fair. It says we're giving him 10 value, but of course, no, I changed, instead of making it 134 for both, I valued it at 150 next year, so we can't really tell, but I'd say we probably got a 10-point bonus, so we gain maybe like a 7th round off of him. But a 5th this, a 6th this, and a 5th next for 103, which of course kind of almost like ends our draft here just about. But I think we've landed some pretty good players, or potentially some pretty good players here. Doesn't really matter who we choose first. But Dennard Dunlap, and he is hidden development trait, which makes things very, very interesting. We can't look at his dev. We can't because, you know, I can't start him over the other guy. I think he is going to be star. Cody Carmichael, center, 70 overall, another good pick. That guy probably will actually plug and play start for us. And then hopefully our linebackers here in the 2nd pick of the 5th round, which, I mean, I would think would be almost the perfect draft. And he is. So Cameron Winters, great looking player. I don't know how good he'll be, but we'll take a look. And he's hidden. Now, of course, he is likely going to be star. So, I mean, I suppose, ooh, this guy's, Jesus, grandma voice. This guy's actually really, really solid. But I suppose with Jabril Cox, he didn't get a guaranteed dev up. So if this guy were to get Rookie of the Year and all that and get a dev up, he would be technically better than Jabril. So, I mean, I guess take it how you will. I suppose hidden doesn't hurt. How many hiddens did we land? It might have only been like 2 or 3 anyways, because I remember we kind of went off near the end. Hunter Jackson, let's take a look at the dev. Please, Superstar or X Factor. Please give it to me. And he is Superstar. That is a massive win. I can't really imagine. What number should we actually put him at? 12, 14, 15. 15. I'll just put him at 8. But I can't imagine any of the other quarterbacks would have beaten that, or maybe they would have tied it. But obviously with his age, he makes himself one of the best. Yeah, this was a really good draft. Obviously we needed it to be because, you know, you can't re-sign players. But more importantly, this was easily going to be our best picks of the rebuild, right? I mean, some of our best picks ever in a rebuild for a single season. Pick 2, 6, and a bunch of other ones going down the line. What else do we have? We have Dunlap, who we said we weren't going to allow to look at. It's not going to matter. We're not going to start him regardless. Especially since he's only going to be star anyways. Yeah, he's star development trade. Not a bad player, obviously, but we'll see what we do. Maybe, I mean, we'll see what we can do with D Ford after this season. If I would have known this was going to happen, I wouldn't have signed D Ford, but it be what it be. And then the linebacker, who obviously will start as well, will be a star development trade, who I think is left outside linebacker we need. I don't know. But let's take a look at the 2 players we missed. Quarterback, well, let's actually take a look at Hannah first. The Heisman winner, 77 overall. The Broncos were like, you know what? We need can't-miss players. Here's a can't-miss player. That's who they select, and he was a guy you should be happy with. Chamberlain, the guy that actually he is hidden. I thought he was going to be normal. The guy that actually was traded up for, super freaking fast, 90 speed, 90 excel, maybe even make the argument that he could have been faster with a 4.47, is the development X Factor. Wow. Okay, so in a user league, obviously you'd be trolled to the end of time, but in a rebuild, I still think our player is technically better. 2 years younger is very, very massive. That's what she said. Anyone else? There's a couple other really good players here. Hidden. That sucks because we were, not very far off from taking one of these DTs. Not that our guy is bad by any means, but this guy's obviously better, and DT is one of the hardest positions to Ev! I'm not going, nope. How many X Factors were in this class? And then you have this guy. How many X Factors are limited in the classes? This guy could be an X Factor too. And he is! Yo! This was, I will say, pre-draft, I viewed this as one of the best draft classes I've, ever seen. And I think it stands pretty true. I mean, look at these players. This is juiced. Normal development trade, that kind of sucks. High overall, but still gross, I think they mentioned. And, I mean, those trades are really good. He's a very good player, actually. But let's take a look at the third rounder from the Raiders. Mr. Lloyd Still, hidden development trade. Rather, on the slower side. So, you are missing out from that first round talent, I will say. Obviously, not the normal dev we've seen. Star dev, so. Raiders made out in the end. They got an X Factor freaking quarterback. I don't know what they drafted in the second. And then in the third, they got a star development quarterback. Superstar X Factor pass rusher. Then they got a star quarterback. So, yeah, not bad for them at all. And Hargrave, I mean, DTs aren't easy to get. So I think instead of just straight up releasing them, I will try to get a 5th round pick, maybe a 6th round pick off of them. So we traded Hargrave in a 7th round for the Jets' 5th round pick, which is actually projected 30 for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why, but, I'll take it. I probably should have showed it because you guys, you Eagles fans probably would have loved it, but I released our Sega Whiteside into the Shadow Realm, for anyone wondering. And I have sold unbelievably high. I totally forgot about Al Burns, dude. I suppose we've developed Davion Taylor, the speed demon, for some other team. Nice. And then for the freaking safeties, I forgot we signed Elliott. Oh my god, I'm so bad. So bad. This is a disaster. Nick Marsh is probably the better safety as well. What a disaster. Alright, we trade Jalen Hurts and Davion Taylor to the Bears for a 2nd round pick. I think Jalen Hurts really hasn't proven himself to be worth the pick. And, you kind of figure, you look at, where he was drafted, you probably drop him down a peg. Davion Taylor, definitely worth it, especially if you're in a user league. Puts him up a peg. So a late 1st round, I think, or 2nd round pick is probably fair. So I believe we're technically into year 2 now. This is what the roster looks like. Of course, we have a very competent-looking quarterback now with Jackson, who is, with superstar development trait, super young. Receivers looking pretty decent. Waddle will probably be back at the number 1 spot after this season, but Gallup hopefully should be able to carry the number 1 load. 198 pounds. I thought he would have been bigger than that, but I mean, it is what it is. Looking at the offensive line, obviously still intact pretty much so, but will that be the case after the season? I don't know. We could actually lose 2 of our linemen here. Njoku, the new 4-year tight end, will be here for the rest of this thing. Linebackers looking pretty damn, potential full, I guess. Their overalls are kind of low at the moment. Free safety solid. Safeties in general, though, especially at strong safety, very interesting because Woodley, I just forgot about Elliott. I forgot about a lot of the players, to be fair. The only one I didn't really forget about is D Ford, and I wish I did because, we don't even need him. But yeah, we're going to lose Cox this season. I think Slay's going to be out as well. But once again, we do clear up some space, so we should be able to sign new players. And yeah, hopefully we at least, get closer to at 500, whether we're going to, make the playoffs or win the Super Bowl or not. I don't know about that, but at least better than 4-12. Especially since we don't need QB anymore. All right, you already know we can't re-sign players, but Miles Sanders already. We can't re-sign players, but these are the players we are going to lose. So Fletcher Cox, Miles Sanders, Larry Floyd obviously was a free agent, like a 1-year guy. Not that big of a year, actually. I thought Slay was on the list. I guess not. Not bad, actually. Not bad. And Stanton, he's primed, right? He's primed. He's already star. All right, here we are, head to the playoffs, and let me tell you, we choked hard, but we did well enough to make the playoffs, obviously. We were at 7-4 at this point, and then we just started losing, clutched up against some of our rivals, but then lost the final week. 9-7, I mean, I don't feel like we're actually there yet, but, I mean, it was looking really promising for a while there, and then, we kind of choked it again, then we clutched up, and it's something. We're in the playoffs. Hunter Jackson, not a bad rookie year, actually really good because his interceptions were down. That could be rookie of the year, should be rookie of the year category. Michael Gallup should go to Superstar, and Njoku could and should go to Superstar with those 92 catches. Waddle obviously kind of got left behind a little bit. Some of the other guys did well, better than him. I don't really blame him. O-line we don't talk about. Sack totals, 14 for Ford and Cox. I'm telling you, Ford is a glitch in sim. But Cox, obviously, unfortunately, is going to be gone, so kind of sucks. But B would it be. Jake Elliott, 2 blocked kicks. Kick return, punt return, doesn't really matter too much, but, I showed it. As far as MVP of the league goes, is that a back-to-back for Josh Allen? I thought it was a lower overall guy that won it the first time. I don't know. 8 for our quarterback. Not bad. Definitely should be Offensive Rookie of the Year award candidacy, which you see that is true. Nick Marsh, Rookie of the Year on the defensive side of things. Gallup, best wide receiver. The Cowboys are sad as hell. That's the main win of the whole thing. And speaking of the Cowboys, we're playing against one of our division rivals that we actually had to clutch up against to win. Maybe they even let us win just to... Nah, they didn't let us win, let's be honest. But just to play us here, because obviously this, in theory, shouldn't be too tough for them. But we'll see. We'll see. Once again, we did beat them once. Maybe even twice. I can't remember what the first performance was like. The rookie quarterback for the Raiders could not win his first playoff game, but what can you really, ask for? Really good draft by the Raiders. Got them back in the playoffs, so that's an absolute win for them. Speaking of absolute wins, kind of looks like that's what it's going to be for Washington. Clutched up before half. 7-13, 10-13, 10-20, 17-20, 20-20. Okay, this is interesting. Is this our ball in their zone? It is. Just don't miss the field goal because we're going backwards. The ball is moving, and they do not get it. We are headed on to the divisional round, which is ironic enough because we had to beat a divisional opponent to get to the divisional round. Running, really, I guess Miles Sanders doesn't really matter that he's going to be gone because he probably deserves to be gone anyways. Very interesting game. Their quarterback situation isn't super great. Yet he kind of played better than, Winston was okay. He didn't throw a pick, I suppose, as our quarterback is now an 86 overall already. Those Superstar Pluses, man, they're so glitchy. The Rams in the divisional. We are an 85. They're an 83. So, hey, maybe we got the golden opportunity here. In SoFi, know this stadium quite a bit. The Titans are rolling. They win another one. As Jared Goff is apparently still here in L.A.? What? Oh, yeah, I forgot. We had to use the updated roster. We had to use the real-life ones. And, I don't have all the trade. I'm not going to trade every single time for players. It's unfortunate. You can't use... your own roster and then go up to date results-wise. It's just kind of unfortunate. And here, looks like it is their ball. And on 3rd and 12, they can't get it. Offense has a chance. And I don't want to win it, right? I do not want to win it already. But, they're 12 yards away. EA would probably sim them to run this and just, call it a day. I'm just going to force it up to Jalen, of all the players to force it to. Of course, that's who I force it to. As Michael Gallup. I don't like the fact that our good players are all on the same side, though. See, Gallup over there. Can I swap Rager to the left? I think you need someone over there, though. Okay, if you say so. You be what it be. Oh, and he dropped it! Michael Gallup dropped it. Honestly, we were probably the worst thing that happened to this team. It's coming into the game there. They probably would have had a chance without us. Of course, I'm not saying that Jackson was perfect because he was far from it, but Goff was also far from perfect. He had pretty bad completion percentage as well. He just, got 2 more touchdowns passing, whereas Clifford had 2 rushing. Unfortunately, just didn't have it in us. I didn't expect us to win anyways, and after this game, D Ford is a god in sim. I don't know how. Did I forget to put him in my sim video recently? I think I did. Damn, that's a guy I definitely forgot to put in if I did. But yeah, we actually, you know, kind of surprised the world there a little bit. Almost got to the championship game. We are about to lose a huge piece, though. Mr. Fletcher Cox, as the Chiefs are in 3 straight Super Bowls here. 4, actually. Gotta love it. Love that. However, they do lose 3 straight, so, I mean, I wouldn't say, you know, poetic justice, but, I mean, I don't mind it. How is David Njoku is still star? That seems like something we should force, just saying. And then look at the defensive side. Of course, D Ford goes up in dev as expected. No one else, to my knowledge, does, though. Marsh, we're obviously going to force the dev there because he did get Defensive Rookie of the Year. And obviously, we could definitely force Njoku as well. He definitely deserves it, but I'm not going to. I'll let them have it. But yeah, no worries about the re-signing because we, once again, cannot do that. We have 73 mil to work with. Do we lose players soon? Brooks is still here. I would imagine him and Lane Johnson will be gone after this year. So obviously we're going to be kind of looking at free agency as if it's a year down the line because once again we cannot, if you weren't aware, cannot re-sign players. So we need a corner. Pass rusher is kind of on the list, but we have a replacement. Don't care about Rager. And I kind of like the Eagles for re-signing their big men. They got those guys signed in long term. Don't even have to worry about any of this. Not bad at all. Okay. Devontae Adams, I mean, cool, man, but we don't need you. Fletcher Cox obviously aren't going to get him. Kareem Hunt is a move we have done multiple times before. Ooh, Matthew Ioannidis. I've had him a couple of times. He's done okay. Sometimes he's God, sometimes he's not. I'm thinking I'm liking Kareem Hunt here because it's either Kareem Hunt or you drop dramatically down. It's a rebuild challenge at the end of the day. Kareem Hunt is he's that dude, so it'd be what it be. If there was another option, I would, but there really isn't. All right, so we got Matthew Ioannidis, we got Kareem Hunt, and surprisingly, I didn't get Jonah Williams. I didn't show that signing, but I offered him like a 100-point deal, didn't I? Like how much? Come on, pal. You're an 83 overall. You're pretty decent. This is pretty fair money, right? A 3-year 44.4, I think, is pretty fair. Of course, I mean, we don't need him, and we landed a good one, but of course, now there's a Heisman quarterback. Oh, man. So we get Jonah Williams on a 3-year 44, and I'll be honest, with the draft, there's really not much going on. The highest projected player we have is this left tackle who might be able to move to guard. I don't even know if I'm willing to take him, though. I might just trade down massively here. All right, if the tackle's there, well, I mean, I guess we'll take him. And he is there, dude. I don't know. Like, I never go for guys with kind of rough bench presses. 32 reps, what is that, like 86, 87 strength. Lead block's decent, so he probably is built for a guard. We could use a guard in the future. I think we're going to lose Brooks, soon enough. Just a retirement. Whatever. Jesse Evans. And, okay. And his arms are up. Does that mean superstar? It used to. I thought they patched that out, and then they kind of snuck it back in there. I'm not sure. It said we reached, but a hidden development lineman is literally never a reach, unless he's like 23 or 24. Yeah, I mean, even 23 might be able to, Of course, now with this next pick, this guy looks pretty decent. We also have this DT. Actually might make a trade up, honestly. We're going to go with Tommy Sanders, though. Definitely looks like a good player. 73 overall, normal. Not bad, especially with his, pretty average catching. And we also have 26. I guess we don't need to trade up. We'll just, even though we probably don't need a DT, I suppose we'll take a DT. Looks really talented, so why not? Early first as well. And 77 overall. Looks like an absolute steal and a half. Maybe we shouldn't have taken the lineman. I mean, he's hidden, but if he's not superstar, he's not really that special, I suppose. And there's a lot of really good players in this draft class. We have John DeMarco. We have Matt Randolph. What is he? He's 260. See, the thing is, they mentioned him, but there's really no point in grabbing him because we don't have any need whatsoever for him. I'm thinking about taking the wide receiver here, Larry Nixon. Oh, he's not even... Don't even have to take him now. That's what I'm talking about. Let's move to the Vikings, which is pick 6. If the center's there, we're going to take him. If he's not, I don't care. We've been seeing a lot of reaches. We're going to take Larry Nixon. Looks like a can't-miss player. And I suppose for all purposes here, probably a can't-miss. Move to 26 in the 4th. We have a tight end here. It's not that big of a deal. He's only going to be a backup anyways. But Eric Moon looks pretty talented. We're going to take him. And he's hit in development. Okay, that's a little surprising. 70 overall. What was his 40 time? That speed looks really low. That's a good pick. I mean, don't really need him, but yeah, it's a good pick. Keep drafting players we just don't need. Late 6th. I mean, mid 5th's not bad, right? We'll take the center if he's there. Lyman didn't really go that badly for us. Jeromepkr, mid 5th. Oh, he's not going to be good at all. 6'6 overall normal. Yeah, it was kind of a waste. So our safety's still here, but I don't even know if he's worth it. Aaron Austin. Yeah, screw it. You can put him at corner. 64 overall. White corner incoming. So how many hit-ins did we land? We had a lineman, obviously, very fast, going to guard right out the gate. He won't be playing there right away, but he'll definitely... Actually, he might just stay at... No, we don't need him. We have Jonah Williams now, and he is only star, unfortunately. Looking at... We didn't land any other of these guys, right? It's just the tight end. Doesn't really matter what he is. He could be an X... Well, maybe... Now, X Factor might be one thing, but if he's not an X Factor, then yeah, he's not gonna start right out the gate. Number 48. Fix it now. But yeah, that was a pretty mild draft. There really wasn't that much talent in general, specifically for the positions we needed. Did pretty damn well in free agency. We still have a lot of money. The question is, who are we going to lose this next season? Was it? I think it was... I don't remember who it was, to be honest, but huge addition having Hunt. Huge addition having... what's his name? Ioannidis, because obviously we lost Cox. It's a big drop-off, but Ioannidis is a pretty damn good sim player, so... Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I mean, it could be better, but, you know, if we can find a corner in free agency next season, then we'll be pretty much set. Obviously, we'll do at least 5 seasons. We are now entering, what is it, season 3? All right, season 3, I have no idea who we have to let go, but this is what the lineup is going to look like. I know for a fact we will have to lose Rager, but, yeah, that's to my knowledge, other than, like, you know, guys just getting too old and retiring, which... We shouldn't have to worry about just yet. I think we'll be fine, right? Like, oh yeah, D Ford, which, you know, fair enough. I suppose that's kind of big. Slay, I think, was one of them. And then everyone else, I think we're fine. I think we're, you know, it's not going so badly after all. Kinda. All right, so for the re-signings, we lose the fullback. We lose D Ford, who's, you know, actually a pretty big name because he crushes it in sim. And then we are going to lose Darius Slay, which you would think would be a big deal. But, of course, with... regression, he should be kind of bad anyways, and then obviously we lose Rager, who really just was not worth it. Alright, an iffy season is going to finish as a 7-9 one. This was kind of our, like, moment, I guess, to be fair, last season was probably our, wrong one. Last season was probably our better moment, but it's not over. We still got, 2 years at least in us, and... Yeah, this is kind of bad. It's kind of bad to go down like this, especially with our quarterback being better than... You know, it was this. This was the year, because Hunter Jackson should have been better than ever this season, and he kind of wasn't. Kareem Hunt was pretty solid. Waddle was pretty solid. I mean, the team looked pretty good outside of the quarterback throwing all those interceptions, but I still felt like we probably were good enough to... Ooh, D Ford really bad there. I thought we were good enough to do it. I don't know... I'm a little surprised that we didn't at least make the playoffs. And I'm not saying, win it all, but it's a little questionable that we didn't at least make the playoffs. But I guess that's the result we're going to have. And, we're not losing too much this season. So next season, there's no arguing it. Last season, okay, maybe. This season, okay, maybe. But next season is without a doubt the year. The year. Assuming we actually have money to spend on free agents, which I'm not sure if we do. And then the winner of the Super Bowl is the Niners. They've won a few now. Looking at potential dev-ups, Waddle. Was he already an X Factor? I don't think he was. I think he just got that. He did. Wrecking Ball at 184 pounds, huh? Okay. I mean, I'd probably say rack him up or something like that. But, you do what you got to do. Slot-O-Matic. Deep out, I suppose. It really doesn't matter. We've tested this before. Defensively, Winters, surprisingly, is the first of the linebackers to get to Superstar. I thought it was Jabril was going to be the guy, but he's not. Ioannidis gets to Superstar, which is clutch. I will say the sad part is that Newsom's about to be our number 1 corner, and he really hasn't, emerged. Russell, very harshly, he didn't go up in dev, but I'm not going to force it, so, it be what it be. Well, like we said, though, with our players we're letting go, apparently Darius Slay didn't really regress. I mean, he regressed hard, but his overall didn't regress that hard. D4 didn't really regress that hard, but obviously we're not going to re-sign him because we can't. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much that. Let's take a look at how much money we have to, like I said, probably make this the best year. Oh, this has got to be the year. It has to be. Are we actually an 88 overall pre-free agency and draft? I know the draft probably doesn't matter as much, but yeah, I mean, maybe you look to potentially, because I mean, just because you can't resign someone doesn't mean I can't release someone either. Obviously, Brandon Brooks is a candidate, so we'll see what right guard's looking like, but right guard we could definitely replace. Receivers are obviously fine. I mean, you probably could replace Njoku. Linebackers are fine unless we see a big name. So once again, I think the 5-year mark is a pretty fair point outside of maybe like a 0 overall rebuild. Tyron Matthew Smith, Jerry Jeudy. Oh, that's a tough person not to go for. Isaiah Simmons. I think I'm going to go for Isaiah Simmons. Could be a linebacker for us. I mean, I don't think we necessarily need him, but what is Jabril's overall? Because he's going to be gone off the team after this season. Yeah, okay, he is an 86 overall, so maybe just keep him, and then whoever the youngest guy is just sits for a year, maybe? I mean, this is... Okay, so this isn't the year, as they say, because there's no freaking players for us to steal. Oh, this is bad. Do you take Marcus Peters for you? Oh, Kyle Fuller. I'm not saying Kyle Fuller is like the dude, but yeah, he's good enough for a year, right? I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Put him at number 1. It's kind of like the Darius Slay situation. No one else has really emerged to be that number 1 guy, so yeah, a little bit of an L with this free agency. Not even a little bit, a huge L with this free agency class, but I mean, there's nothing. I mean, we can't really do anything. It's just got to deal with it. All right, so Andrews would have been a decent little move to grab him for the next 3 years, put him at right guard. Brooks, I don't know what his contract is, so maybe it's not that big of a deal. Maybe he probably will be gone after this season. I went for Burgess. I don't know what his actual overall will be at corner, but he has better man than he does zone. So in theory, maybe 82, 83 overall corner, 5-year deal. Not the worst move. Simmons down to linebacker. Gainwell just a backup contract, and then we know Fuller was a 1-year deal. So some interesting contracts, to say the least. Oh, no! Jalen Waddle! Oh, no! Greg Newsome! I don't actually care that much. It don't matter. Oh, yeah, it's going down. So this is the year. Even though I knew it was the year, but even though free agency was trash, it's still the year. We got some backups. Altman was kind of a long-term deal just in case Elliott needs a contract. We can't sign him, obviously. That's the whole point, in case you haven't been following along this whole time. All right, so we have pick 11 because we sucked. We have wide receivers, 2 of them, and they're both kind of decent looking. This one is an early first, which is why I put them higher. Oh, they're both early first. They're both pretty good, but Colbert, or Colbert, whatever you want to call him, I think is better. I would probably rather have him, right? Also, LaShawn Edison, I can't remember if it was a good or a bad thing they said about him. Let me check. Of course, I'm going to put him on the list no matter what, because if it's good or bad, they're talking about him. I can't remember. I think it was something about I think it was another one of those ones where they're saying, oh, well, he didn't do too well on the bench press and he's not making excuses, but maybe he should have or something like that. So it's probably going to be an L. It's probably going to be a normal player, but it be what it be. There's also a decent tight end. So, oh, look, it's my branch. Regardless of what happens, it apparently would appear that we're loaded. We know what we want. We can get what we want. Where's that tight end, though? Josh Bullock. That is a tough player to pass on. He is a late first talent, projected mid first. We also have this guy, Ricky Middleton. But man, a tight end of that caliber is tough to pass on. What do we have? Second, third? Because we can't use the wide receiver now, but if the tight end... the thing is, the tight end could be normal. I mean, obviously the wide receivers could be normal too, but 21. Oh yeah, we're definitely taking Colbert. So, Kamani Colbert, new wide receiver in town. And he's hitting 76 overall. Of course, if he's not superstar or better, though, can we really say that it's better than normal? I don't know. Regardless, he looks absolutely insane, and that is an absolute W of a pick. Delvin down. Wow, there's some decent wide receivers here. Ooh, Bullock, 73 overall. If he's normal, that's a sell. What was the guy that we wanted? Was that him? 77 overall. Man, these are some very, very good wide receivers. Oh, look at his little head. Look at him. He's so cute. Look at him. He looks like he's already in the Hall of Fame. Dude, we don't really need a pass rusher, but, like, what do I take then, you know? Don't really need a linebacker that badly. He's early third anyways. And then Edison. I guess to be fair, we'll just take Edison in the second round. It's probably going to be a sell, like I mentioned, but they talked about him. I can't remember if it was what I said it was, but the fact that his bench press is so low probably sounds about right. But late first talent, early third projection. Even if he's star, it's kind of a win. And he is. Well, I mean, he could be better, but at least star. Very fast. That's a new card. Speaking of, he fits as the guard role as well. Okay, we're kind of crushing the draft. Not always, but so far it's not been that bad. Third round pick. We might actually trade this down because we do have one final draft in us at least. The best offer was from Washington, but Washington's in our division, so we're going to go with the Colts, and we get pick 9, and we also gain a third next year, so not the worst trade in the world, I think. And even though he is 23, I'm going to take him because he, you know, late for mid-first talent, pretty damn solid. Wait, late fit? Yeah, it's probably a pretty good time to take him. We'll grab him, see what we get. And we get a hidden development trait player. I don't know if we're going to be able to look at his dev because, I mean, if he has superstar better, then I'd want to start him. But if he doesn't, I don't think I'd want to start him. So, no, dude, I don't know. Running back, 22 years old, looks good enough. The speed is... You know, the excel and agility is going to look a little rough, but let's trade this down and then grab someone in the 5th. We traded down for a next year pick. What do we have? We have the 5th. We have a 5th round pick, not the 5th round pick. Walt Boston, mid 4th. Talent grade, Ingram, late 2nd, mid 7th. It's early. We're going to take him, though. TJ Ingram, 69 overall. A little bit better than I thought he was going to be for the speed, excel, and agility. Not bad, actually, but... Yeah, I'm not really sure how I see him fitting on the team. The reason why I skipped on that free safety, Walt Boston, is just I don't have a need for safety, I don't think. I mean, I just don't see the need. The center's, you know, he's kind of rough. I guess we'll trade down again. I mean, the center's still there. You never know. You can get a sneaky little hit in, which we don't, obviously. And then in the 7th round, I think we don't have a single fullback unless we signed one. So we're going to go with a fullback here. The best available fullback, Mr. J.J. Williams. By far the best looking one there. 68 overall normal. And he's not very good. All right, so we landed 3 hidden players. Our first 3 picks, to be exact. We'll look at these guys because we're going to keep the same lineup anyways. This guy will be the number 3 wide receiver. 85. I'm going to rock 85. And he is superstar development trait. Okay, that's a win. That's a win. Mr. LaShawn Edison. I don't know who our left tackle, right tackle position is. I think he's just going to sit back up for now. Let's take a look at what he is. And he is superstar. Okay, I'd imagine he'd start at right tackle in the future. And then, can we go for 3 straight superstars? 3 straight? I know this is... I'll promise to start Njoku, even if this guy is superstar. And, okay, he's star anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's take a look at the guys we passed up on. Let's take a look at the wide receivers. All right, so the first wide receiver off the list was Mr. Oscar Barnett. That's a sell. Obviously, that's our guy. Delvin Downing, 5'9". Not as good as our guy, but still very, very solid. Actually, what was the traits of our guy? Ooh, okay. That's pretty sad, I'm not going to lie. Josh Bullock, 6'2", with hidden. Is this guy... Oh, he's very fast. You sure he's not a wide receiver that just needs to, lose a little? I'm just saying. I don't want to judge anyone, but it seems kind of cheese, right? Superstar. Okay, it's a pretty good player. Pretty good player. And then for the final 2, Mike Newhouse. Ooh, the worst so far for sure. And then Beckham, who hidden. Yo! He was this fast? How? What is his dev? Please. Something just tells me X Factor. He's going to be an X Factor. I'm going to be sad. Okay, I don't mind. I still think in a user league maybe different because the traits do kind of mean a lot. But for a rebuild, I think we did choose the best guy, right? Was Anthony Schwartz always 99 speed, 98 excel? I feel like it was 97 or something like that, and he just got to that. That's nuts. Kind of got cucked, not going to lie, but Waddle is going to be gone, so I guess Schwartz will take the number 3 spot again after this upcoming season. That's a little bit of an L, I ain't gonna lie, but, you know, that's the rules we live by. So we trade Newsome and Stevens to the Steelers for a 4th and a 5th round pick. and we all just go off into the sunset, our separate ways, and we're happier for it. All right, maybe last season was the season because, we're about to lose Waddle. The team overall is lower. I think it might have started as an 85 last season. I can't remember. I know we ended as an 88. But yeah, the right side of the line is going to look kind of rough. Edison obviously kind of preparing and being God-tiered up to play the right tackle spot, and Evans isn't too far behind from guard. But ultimately, some of the overalls are lower, and losing Waddle is going to be a massive loss. We're going to lose Jabril. Fuller obviously won't be that great. So really, if it's not last season and if it's not this season, there better be a damn good free agency class, because we're going to also lose our quarterback after next year. So yeah, I think 5 seasons is the perfect cutoff point. And it's down to the last 2 here. All right, so we obviously can't re-sign him, but I'm curious to see what his overall... Short route kind of sucks, but he's so good. We're going to lose Brooks. We're going to lose Ionitis. We're going to lose Jabril. We're going to lose Fuller. We're going to lose the punter. We're going to lose the kicker. We're going to lose the fast guy. We're going to lose the tall guy. We're going to lose the bust, even though he was really late. Yeah, let's not talk about it. All right, headed to the playoffs. Are we in them again? And we are, and don't even worry about re-signing them. It looks like... What? If Lane's going to retire, you're on your way too, buddy. You're older than him, I believe. What the hell is he talking about? Of course, not a pretty, season at all for the division, but hey, 9-7 is good enough. We would have probably had a wild card spot, if not anyways. Kind of choked it near the end, but we got there. We did it. We did the whole thing. In the playoffs with Hunter Jackson having one of his better seasons. Yeah, it's still kind of iffy. Maybe it's the scheme. I don't know, because, the offense just doesn't look that great, right? The receivers look okay, but offensive 14 sacks allowed for both tackles. Okay, dude. Sacks are terrible. We got to change something, because it's not... I don't think it's the team. It might be the team. They might suck, but I don't think it is, right? I think it's the scheme or something. We'll change it after this season. If there is, we're 9-7. Are we? Yeah, 9-7. We might do it. You never know. It's happened before. Let's see if we can do it. And if not, then we're going to change the scheme up for the final season. 89 for us, 88 for the Panthers. Considering we can't re-sign players, it's not too bad. Even though it's... Oh my god, look at the snow. Even though it's going to get much worse after the season overall-wise. All right, going to the end of the season. Basically, if we lose 7-3, 14-3. Come on, score. We'll take the field goal, but it doesn't look great, especially in a snow game where you don't really expect to score that much. Unless you're the Panthers, of course. If you're the Panthers, you expect to score every time. Was that a penalty? You got to score. You get the 2-point on top of it. Not bad. Defense holds up. Offense. This Eagles team's kind of doing the impossible here. And they are going to advance to the divisional. Not bad, as in the second time we've been to the divisional game. Hunter Jackson really not playing that well, to be honest. He's been pretty... He's like top 10, barely. Like top 10, and he's not 1 through 9. Perfect kicking from... Was it Elliott, or did we put the new kicker in already? I don't even know. I think he might have just started by default. All right, here's the thing, Brandon Brooks. Who asked? Who honestly asked? I'm looking around. I don't see him. Because I just don't see him. As we now face the Saints, 90 overall for both squads. That's not, once again, all things considered, not the worst situation. Of course, we go from terrible weather to one hell of a beauty of a stadium. The Titans win. It always seems like the Titans are winning every time we freaking watch them, the bottom of the screen. I think left to right is us. It is, which I can't tell if that's good or not. We tied up. That's something. 9 minutes in the second, 14 all. It's a pretty good game so far. As we get a safety off them and then a field goal. Very weird score so far. Up by 2. That was a massive waste. They just walk right down the field on us. And we do score the touchdown. Do we go for the extra point just to get 1-point lead? I think we did. Come on, offense. Looking pretty good here, actually. And they're going to... Wow, that is an amazing drive. It's one of the better drives I've ever seen. Specifically in Sim. What was it, like 8 minutes left, 7 minutes left? They had to waste the clock, and they did. Hunter Jackson just really not looking that great, to be honest. The ground game was very good, especially considering, there was no long run for us. We had a really good, consistent rush attack. This time, the running game finally carrying us. And we're on the championship round, surprisingly enough. I'm I'm a little surprised. And I'll show you guys just in case I forget, which I do often. Obviously, we're not even there yet, but just in case I forget, I remembered it just now. I had like one of your guys' comments in my head ingrained, like, "Oh, you win in season 4 all the time because you force wins." Or, oh no, to be fair, he wasn't saying that I was quote unquote cheating. He was, I think, whoever it was saying that I kind of back out because I can't accept the result. Which, yeah, okay, fair enough, but still, we're in the Super Bowl. Clearly not, but here we are apparently, and we are going to Green Bay for a big playoff game. Last time I can really remember like a big playoff game where one of them won the Super Bowl was, the Packers Super Bowl run. So in this situation, the roles are reversed, so maybe the result will be reversed. I would take it, obviously. I'd be super happy about it, as it appears the Titans are going to be the Super Bowl team to beat. 7-0 so far, looking okay. 14-0, not bad, not a bad start. I don't know who their quarterback would be. Probably Jordan Love. Didn't see him in free agency, so I would imagine so. 21-14, 28-14. I mean, we're looking good, but we are not letting them, we're not stopping them. They're still in this game, and we're now down. Come on, offense. Clutch up. 3rd and 4, they get 5. Score the damn touchdown, and they don't. That's just not going to be enough. Or will it? It is! The defense finally clutching up. Obviously, that field goal drive was clutch, but they kind of choked. They choked, but it was clutch enough, as Jordan Love is their quarterback, threw one pick. I don't know when that would have occurred, but you would assume that was a game-changing pick. Scotty Miller, I don't even want to see him. I don't want to see the guy. I just don't even want to assume he exists. And their field goal kicker missed the extra point. Yikes. And I can't imagine if we don't win the Super Bowl here that we have any sort of shot of doing it next season. So if we want to win a Super Bowl, it has got to be here. Will it happen? That's the question. Any dev-ups at all? I do not know. We had one. We had Marsh, who went up to Superstar. It's actually been a pretty damn good piece for us. Rookie of the year and everything. Looking pretty damn good. And, just in case you didn't see it. It doesn't show it. Okay, I guess I'll have to look. I already showed the first results, but there you go. And then, when we win the Super Bowl, there you go. We aren't going to win it, let's be honest. 90 overall to their 87. We're at home, apparently. I mean, don't think it's very common to play at home for a Super Bowl, but here we are. As we're playing, I mean, it's a bird stadium. If that, I don't know if there's any relevance there. As Derek Carr is their starting quarterback. Please, EA, don't let it happen, please. And it is not looking great for us, as we cannot stop them worth a lick. We do stop them there. We get a field goal before half. It's 14-17, 21-17, 24-17. We only get a field goal there. It's not even the fourth quarter yet. I'm slow simming. That is not good. Down 11. We get the touchdown. 10 minutes left. Defense stops them. Offense is moving the ball, though. Got to give it to them. Up 4. Can they do it again? 3rd and 1. What do you do in real life? Nah, you have to. You have to punt it in real life. You have to. There's no way around it. You just have to play defense and hope. And that is why you do it, as the Philadelphia Eagles, who like to keep the pocketbook closed, have won the Super Bowl. I really did not think we were going to win this. I really did not. I didn't think we were going to even come close to winning a Super Bowl with not being able to re-sign players. But yet, here we are. Here we freaking are, on top of the world again. And we've done it. We are about to lose a bunch of players. Obviously, we're about to lose Jalen Waddle and a bunch of those guys. And then the quarterback's gone the next season. So this was the perfect season. Last season was probably the best. This was closest to best. And then next year would just be like the quarterback on his own, who has been really interesting. He really hasn't been like all that great. But I suppose, here we are, I guess. He did enough. Obviously, in that, was it the divisional game where the running backs went off? Was it last game or the divisional? I can't remember. But they clutched up in that game for a fact. Kareem Hunt wearing number 25. I don't absolutely hate it. Jalen Waddle gets to hoist the Lombardi. And you know what you do to your star receiver after winning a Super Bowl? You let him go to free agency. That is right, boys. Obviously, same with your leader on defense, Jabril Cox. You let him go to free agency. Obviously, one hell of a challenge And I remember there was a challenge. I was going to do no free agency or re-signing. Boy, oh boy. No. Hunter Jackson obviously outperformed Derek Carr. I mean, at this point, it shouldn't be that hard to do. Running backs, they definitely beat us. You would think with that performance in Tennessee that would be enough to win the game, and it just wasn't. We clutched up. We won the game. And, I mean, Matthew Ioannidis, I don't remember if I put him in my video recently, the sim glitch players, but, man, D Ford and Matthew Ioannidis definitely should have been there. And I can admit, I know for a fact Matthew Ioannidis wasn't there. And I would imagine D Ford wasn't either. And then let's go, world champs. We did it. I can't believe we did it. This last. Yep. Not that it matters for you, because you're probably going to go as well. I'm kind of curious to see it. So as far as the retirements go, let's go to... Yep, exactly. I think Lyon Johnson's going to retire, pal. It's like, yeah. And there may be someone else. What a little trickster. But either way, the two guys go out on top. That's actually kind of a cute little story, isn't it? As, of course, we're pretty much ready for their departure if we were to continue going on. Obviously, you're going to lose Jalen Waddle. You're going to lose Jackson soon enough. But yeah, this is a good one. I liked it. It was a bit of a challenge. If there's any other challenges you guys like to see, I know there's been like a no draft challenge. I think we've done that actually before. And then no free agency is not really that crazy. So, I mean, usually free agents kind of propel us. Like, usually we have a really good team. We're solid. EA Sim cucks us. Then we get some like 2 to 3 free agents that propel us even further or quicker. And then, you know, we win it all. So, I mean, if you guys have a challenge idea, maybe that isn't, unless you guys really want to see no draft or no free agency challenge or no trade, whatever it is. If you have any challenges like that, let me know in the comment section below. Obviously, if you enjoyed this, it would mean a ton for me, for you to like and subscribe. I mean, it's quote unquote free, right? I mean, I guess your time of clicking, like the 3 to 5 seconds it takes. I mean, I guess it's time, right? It's something. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PKR Plays, and then twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for streams where, you know, sometimes we do rebuild, sometimes we do rebuild challenge, sometimes we do this and that. Of course, for the second channel, there may be a video up there later today. We'll see. But that's pretty much it from me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys come back for the next video. But until next video, see ya. We're in the witch's cave. I would love to be in that witch's cave. She is looking nice. I mean, what? Like, I did not expect there to be this many men in her garden. I wouldn't have been so interested. Wi-Fi connection. Oh, no, not Wi-Fi. I'm playing a single-player game. Touch my son! What do you think you are? Michael Jackson? Oh, sorry, child. I just touched you. Well, I'll be honest. Some people would use that head for very evil things, if you know what I mean. Oh, hell no! It's like mini Kratos's. It's like meth head Kratos.